You're so often right, Phil. But what's so nice about you is that when you're wrong, you're so quick to admit it.
This week's show has a back-to-school feel, and we'll be hoping to score top marks with some top-class mansions.
There'll be schoolboy errors. No, 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 Frank. And some tellings off.
For once in your life, just do what you've been asked to do.
There's even a little name-calling. You're an arse, it isn't.
And a little bit of flirting.
Oh, God, is that a 2-pack?
But when it comes to boys versus girls...
Carpet's dreadful. Paint's dreadful.
I think it's perfect.
Curtain's gotta go. Carpet's gotta go.
There's only ever going to be one winner.
You were right.
Yeah.
First time for everything. Second. Okay, 10.
Phil and I are no strangers to hard work. But this week's search could really put us through our paces.
Frank and Victoria run a weight loss boot camp in the southwest of England. And now they're looking to open a second one in the north.
They're moving for a new life with their new business, but they also need a bolt hole in the West Country to keep an eye on their existing one.
But with their super-sized wish list, suitable properties could be thin on the ground. Victoria and Frank live and work in the sunny seaside town of Ilfracombe, North Devon.
But now they're moving to northwest England and want a place a little bigger than we're normally asked for. A new branch of their weight loss boutique boot camp.
But just like Kirsty and me, these two are no strangers to facing up to challenges.
When we first opened the business, my biggest concern is how people are going to react to fat girl running fat cow.
Having people that are actually going through the same thing as them, people find reassuring.
Since the business opened just over a year ago, they've lost an impressive 12 stone between them, but their boot camp is growing in the opposite direction.
They're risking it all to expand their operation. As if they didn't have their hands full with this place, they want boot camp number 2, this time in the north of England. They plan to relocate to run the new business and find a small pad in Ilfracombe to keep an eye on things down here. And if the Devon business is anything to go by, we've got a tough act to follow. It's immaculately presented, close to coastal heights, and complete with 2 gyms and a commercial kitchen.
In comparison to Ilfracombe, we're looking for half as big again, really. It has to be a certain way. Our guests expect it to be perfect, and so do we.
Message received. Victoria and Frank intend to live on site at the new business. And not just any old space will do.
The problem we have here is the separation between home and work. There isn't really one. It would be nice in the next place to actually have a bit of a separation. I want a castle. I want to be a princess in a castle, please.
Hang on, there's only room for one princess on this search.
You said it, Princess Pip.
Frank is the chilled-out yin to Victoria's chatty yang, and together their opposing characters are a great fit.
Victoria's a workaholic.
Good afternoon, NuBeginnings. I go at everything like a bull in a china shop, whereas Frank is much more of a thinker, doer.
One job at a time.
This balance has helped their business to flourish despite these troubled times.
It is risky, and of course it's nerve-wracking. Opening one business at the start of a recession is brave. Opening 2 could be considered bonkers.
Well, she must be doing something right. What's the secret of her success?
Frank does what he's told.
I was going to say that.
That's how it balances out. It's very simple.
I say this needs to be done. Victoria throws a strop. I do it.
Oh, that's outrageous.
This could all be very interesting.
With a £1.5 million budget, this is definitely one of our biggest ever searches. And for Victoria and Frank, it's a huge undertaking.